Hello and welcome to the Real Life Show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jonathan. This is a platform where we get to engage, interact, and learn from icons, gurus, trendsetters, trailblazers, difference makers, and world changers. You know what I'm talking about. And today I'm excited because I am seated next to someone who's been making waves for a long time now in the comedy industry. He's got a lot of names, but today we are going to use the first name, Collins. Collins, come to the show, man.
Hi, how are you?
You know, the problem I have with interviewing comedians is everything. I don't know.
No, it's not just a problem probably you have with interviewing comedians, but that's the pressure that we have, even us as comedians. Because whatever you do, even when you're sick, you go to the hospital, they won't take you serious. they look at it from everything, it's comedy. But
yeah,
I'm glad to be here.
Great.
Yeah.
I know you've told your story on different platforms, but briefly to my audience, who is Collins? Where do you come from? How did you grow up?
Allow me to say, I was born. Do I need to tell the people?
Yes.
The age? No. I was born in Lusaka, Zambia. Yeah. Okay, UTH. Time 13 hours. Discharged the following day 10 hours. I'm a husband of one wife, a father of two boys.
Oh, congratulations, man.
Born again Christian.
Great.
Next. I think that's one of the easiest.
Great, man.
Yeah.
So you started comedy way back in school, you know, maybe in drama class or something like that. Did you see yourself becoming a full-time comedian, or did you have different aspirations when you were growing up?
When you talk about that issue, there's someone who always bullying me around over that issue. But we all have, I'm sure when growing up we had that issue of where you have dreams, you want to become that.
Yeah.
And the times where they would even make you stand, no, what do you want to become? I want to become a teacher. What do you want to become? I want to become a doctor. I'm sure for me, my dream was to become a pilot.
Okay, great.
But at the end of the day, things didn't go according to plan. So we started, I would say, I started comedy. We used to have a drama group at church.
Okay.
We used to call it Mutawan.
Okay.
Okay, don't ask me about the name.
Okay.
So we used to have that drama group, and from there, where we have variety shows at school, you perform. And I'm sure one of the first people that I imitated was the first Republican president. We were in class that time in secondary, and someone was like, you can do this. Yeah. But I'm sure way back, you know, and some of us, it's not just like maybe we wanted comedy, but I love football and I had so much passion for football. Okay. But it's a situation of where you are taught to say, if you fail your exams, you are doomed. Yeah. You won't stay here. So we had to quit. You quit football, you focus on school. So there you develop the interest where you act here and there, and it's about the people. Yeah. And at the end of the day, there are people that at times we don't see the potential that we have. Yeah. But people out there. So I would imitate KK. Back in the days, we had the likes of Taitu. When he dropped the song Smile, it was a hit song. So I would imitate the song in class, and everyone was like, so you're able to switch voices and you can do this. So I had an opportunity back in the days when Savannah Media was around, the ones that used to produce Banana, and I had an opportunity where I was invited to take up the role of an extra. From there, I met the likes of Terry T, Jason, Banana, just to mention but a few. So we used to have time. I had a colleague there back in the days, Dennis, now he's in SA. We used to have time when it's lunch, you sit on top, Zanis there, we're chatting here and there. So you start cracking jokes here and there. And they said, you know what, you can do this.
How old were you by then?
I can't even recall. But should be in my 20s somewhere.
Okay, that was after school.
Yeah. Okay. But I started this when I was in school. Yeah. Because what used to happen was from school, I used to go straight to ZNBC.
Oh. To do what?
To take up, to play the role of extra. They would call to say, no, today you're on the stage, we want you to be here.
Okay.
So from school, I would knock off direct going to Kabanani.
Okay.
Yeah. So from there, the interest, I had a chat with Terity, then there was Lee, Warobi, and Terity gave me an opportunity. Back in the days, they had a group called Natuseki at Playhouse. Then I was invited. They used to have shows like every Thursday. They used to call it Cow, Comedy on Wednesday. So I was invited. There was a session they used to call the open mic session.
Okay.
So what they would do, they would sit, then they'll give you an opportunity to say, perform. If you impress us, then we give you a shot. So I did that and they were impressed, and I was given the shot on the open mic session. I'm sure I did a good job, and that's how I become part and parcel of a team. Yeah. From there, we started. I'm sure one of the characters that a lot of people knew back in the days was the Arabic character. And the Arabic character came in the likes of where you imitate different people, TB Joshua, the late Michael Chilufyasata, the former president. So you'd engage, because at the end of the day, one of the things that really helped me is when I met the likes of Chuekateve and the Terity guys, the likes of Dangerous Jobek, Bobo Nkosha, it was a situation where you'd sit and they start mentoring you. Okay, fine, this is comedy, and what you do is you need to be versatile. You need to think outside the box. You're not the only person that is imitating.
Sorry, to cut you short. What inspired the three different characters? How did Bwana Njombe, come up? How did Collins the President come up? And how did Wamwine come up?
Collins the President was born because of the act of imitating the former President, Arabi. So in that character, that's where we mushroomed the likes of imitating these other different characters. Then the Bwana Njombe character, was born, was it 2015? Was it 2015, somewhere there? We had a shoot where there was a project we were doing in Roma. So we wanted to film, there was a project we wanted to do more like a soap for Zambezi Magic called Patrol. So as we were filming, I don't know what happened, then we started the act of Raf Kaida video that went viral. We started acting the role of, we started imitating Raf Kaida. Ndine Chabe Kachabe Chabe with Charles, and the video went viral. From there, that's how we started building up with Bwana Njombe character. But before we could actually launch the character, we had to sit and research. There's so much humor around the police circles. So we realized to say, if we can, yes, there are people that were doing characters of police, but if we can take up or do it in a certain way, it's gonna be different. And I'm sure, when starting, it's not all the time when you start, boom. I'm sure by the time we started, we had issues, critics here and there, no, police don't allow that, what and what. But with persistence and hard working and pushing, it became a household name.
Were you permitted to wear the uniform?
No, we have the blessings of the police. Because by now would have been gone.
How long has it taken you to build the brand that you've built so far? I think you're one of the most happening comedians, maybe also expensive in other terms. How many years would you say it has taken you to get to where you are right now?
I'm sure it has taken us, if I'm not mistaken, 2014 to, let me say 2015 or 2014 to 2021.
So that's about 6 years.
6 years.
Wow.
Building. But people don't, one of the things I feel a lot of people don't want to do in life is they hate the process. I'm sure there are people out there who they watch you on Facebook, they see what you do maybe on TV, and the next thing probably what they want is that, no, I want to become Njombe. But the reality of the matter is that Njombe didn't just wake up.
Didn't happen in one day.
No.
Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah, there's hard working, there's
Yeah.
persistence. You need to take up the issues of critics. You'll be toasted left, right, and center.
Now, how do you ensure that people take you serious, even when you're serious? I'm sure even your wife experiences such.
These are one of the issues that
You struggle with.
yeah,
It's a challenge for you, right?
Yeah, because one of the issues is that when you tell people to say there's a difference between Collins Zulu and there's a difference between Collins Zulu, Bwana Njombe, and Wamwine, and Collins the president. The problem is that people want you to be Njombe everywhere you go. They want you to be Wamwine everywhere you go. So even when you go to the hospital, you are sick. Even when you're telling them I'm sick, the only thing they'll say, no, Chankon Kajoka. You understand? So,
Yeah.
but, this probably is one of the issues that other people have, or even just other artists. People want you to be that character everywhere, but I feel and I believe there has to be these people. These are two different people.
Yeah.
And at all costs, they shouldn't meet.
Okay.
Yeah. Each one of them has their own life.
Their own way. And
Yeah, life.
okay.
But if you get to a point where these people are, then there's a problem. Then the issue of even business-wise, it's going to be difficult for people to take you serious.
Is comedy your full-time job? Is that what you do? Do you have any side hustles? Or the reason why I'm asking is because I want to know, are you making real money in comedy?
Other side hustles since I come, I'm going to dot. But I love comedy. Comedy, I'm sure it's a company.
Yeah.
We have a media house called Fanika Media. So it's our job, and there's money involved.
There's money, huh?
There's money involved.
So for someone who's coming from school and their aspiration is to become a full-time comedian in Zambia, nothing else, they want to earn a living through comedy in Zambia, would you tell them to go ahead with that ambition?
They even, I would say they're late.
They're late.
They're late. They just have to jump on it.
What would you say are the 3 secrets to success in comedy?
One of the things I would say, the most important things, you need to learn from those that have done it before.
Great.
It's very important because they will help you to sharpen your career, and they'll help you to understand certain things, and they'll help you to take up certain challenges.
Yeah.
And the most important aspect, I feel discipline is important.
Great.
No matter how talented you may be, but if
You're not disciplined.
then you have issues.
You waste.
And the most you need to research.
Research. Okay.
You
Great.
need to research.
Great.
Because there are times, yes, you get to a point where, like today, I can just wake up, take me to a stage, and I start performing. I don't need to write.
Okay.
There are stages, but it's important. Sometimes we call it brainstorming. You sit and you brainstorm.
Okay. So your comedy is based on what? Is it based on current affairs? Where do you get your content from?
Life in general.
Life in general.
Everything, it's comedy. Even your comedy.
Okay. You want to make a
everything.
joke out of me right now?
No, I wouldn't, because I'm able to see there's airport coming in.
What would you say are your driving forces in life? You've talked about you studying comedy a long time ago, you know, way back in school. You took it serious 6 years ago, and here you are right now. What would you say are your driving forces in life?
Driving force. I'm sure my kids.
Okay, your kids.
Yeah, they
That's
push
powerful.
me to work hard.
Yeah.
And I push every day. I hustle hard.
Yeah.
So that my goal and my vision is to give them a different life from my life.
From what you experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a major driving force.
Great. I know you still have a long way to go, still have a lot of things to achieve. What would you say is your biggest accomplishment so far?
Number one is life. I have life today.
Yeah.
It's a huge blessing.
Yeah.
Secondly, I would say we've managed to sell the brand Bwana Njombe.
Yeah.
We are a household name, not just in Zambia, but world at large.
Yeah.
And there is more. God has been faithful, and God has done so much for us that if I was to sit and start counting to say this is what God has done, then it would take the whole day.
Great. What you just say has been your biggest failure in life, and how did you learn from that?
I'm sure one of the biggest failures is where you had a dream, probably to become a pilot.
Yeah.
I've done video production.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so you'd want to become that. Then it switches, and you see probably your colleagues are doing that. You're in the same intake, and you look at yourself. Am I a failure? What? But I realized to say, God bless us in different ways. Yeah, it's not all the time. You may have a vision, you may have a plan, but God has the final say for your life. So I'm happy where I am, and this is what God called me for to do.
Awesome. And what would you say is the most important thing you've learned in life so far?
Be humble.
Awesome. And you're really a humble guy, man. I don't know if you're just pretending with me right now, because
I'm very humble.
I don't trust comedians anymore. If you were, to turn back the time and you were to speak to the 18-year-old Collins, what would you tell him?
If I had that opportunity, if I had that time to speak to 18-year-old, I would tell them, one, be disciplined.
Yeah.
We're in times where, sorry to say this, we're in times where the Western culture has taken over.
Yeah, that's true.
And we're in times where social media has become the order of the day.
Yeah.
People get sick when they don't have bundles.
Yeah.
To a point where someone would rather have bundles than food. And these are the times we're in. But my prayer is that I want to see a generation that will change the face of this nation in a positive way.
Great.
I want to see a generation that is cultured, a generation that has respect for elders. I want to see a generation that will impact not just Zambia, but the world at large.
Wow.
That's my biggest dream.
Great.
Yeah.
If you had to have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be and why?
One is my late father. Why? I would love for him to be here to see what I've become.
Yeah.
And the time I was starting, it was the issue of where but with time, when he saw what I was doing, he was one of the biggest fans that I had.
Wow.
And he would look at it and he would push you to say, no, you can do this. And the other person is mom.
Okay.
She's put up so much.
Okay.
And it's my biggest prayer that I would want to reward her heavily.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can you mention a few names that have been the biggest inspiration in your life, because you've looked up to?
My mother.
Okay.
Yeah. She's really sacrificed a lot for us.
What about comedians?
Comedians, one of the people that I would say I love the creativity that Leon Schuster has.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very creative. If you talk of Trevor Noah, you need to be sharp for you to get
brilliant.
Yeah, but one of the people that I when I sit, I watch and say, okay, fine, this is creativity. Okay, Bakase, from Nigeria. That guy, Ish. No wonder in Nigeria they call him to say the king of comedy. Is good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Great. Now, we have 3 characters right now, and I need you to act a bit just before we close with this interview. The first one. The first one is Vamwine. Act Vamwine. Jonathan.
Ni real time show.
The real life show.
Va people kulikonsa kwa mlili global va king in the pew chilling at 10 nigga Jonathan Jonathan namvelela chifundo najala kushtua host ku BBC au Jazeera nama station ya kustango but namvela chifu unamba kumazilo fo kuntumila phone tele kanteno nikeleko angafela chikonko mfana so isho yako nikuuza jiga za itamba ndava kinwali.
Awesome. Yeah, I need to be clapping right now. Okay, let's do Bwana Njombe.
Yue?
Bwana.
Ulijombe?
Nisha mwisho boss.
Tulijombe mpe. Wana weather ya chinja. I hope wafana simuli palevu jaka tika chinja weather mwayambako.
Kwamba shanmaji.
Because you chaps when it's like this mwayambako kutumira maximum message. It was the devil's work. We know how chaps like you operate. But mama result yakambone kama August October mwamba kukana. Ukote masho you.
Great. One of my favorite people on earth is Barack Obama. I want you to imitate Barack Obama.
Busy.
Yeah.
As the president of the United States of America, we carried out an operation. We killed Osama bin Laden.
Imitate Wasat.
Wasat, huh? One of the things I loved was you just stand.
Yeah.
Fellow countrymen.
Who is your favorite character in terms of imitation? The people that you love? Everyone.
If I categorize them, I'll be wrong. I enjoy what I do. I love what I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite food?
Fish.
Meal. Fish.
And
if you have free time, what do you do in your free time?
Free time. Free time. No, we do have free time, but in family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly it's just the family.
Yeah.
Great.
It's important.
And for someone who's coming up, they desire to be like you, they're inspired by you, and maybe they would love to join your industry. What are your encouraging words to them?
First and foremost, all of us, there is a gift that God deposited in each one of us.
Yeah.
So the most important aspect of life is humbleness.
Great.
The Bible says if you are going to humble yourself and God is going to lift you. One of the things that has killed a lot of talents is the issue of ego. You're an upcoming, but you want to act as if you know it all.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. Learn from the people that have done it before.
Yeah.
Some of us have done shows for free just to get the knowledge from these people. Some of us had to, like the times I used to do to play the role of extras in Kabana, I used to walk from school to ZNBC.
Wow.
So it's a situation of where you need to sacrifice and you need to be humble, and the most important thing is discipline. I tell people this every day. Zambia has so much talent, from soccer, boxing, name them.
Yeah.
But the only thing that kills our talent is discipline. Yeah. So be humble.
Yeah.
Learn from the best.
Yeah.
And the most important thing is never give up.
Never give up.
It may not happen today, next year, or the other year, but keep on pushing. So long is upstairs, it will shine.
This brother right here is not just a comedian, ladies and gentlemen. He seems to sound like a motivational speaker. Too much wisdom right there from Vamwine, Bwana Njombe, Collins, the president, and Collins, the personality. This has been the Real Life Show, and that's what we do. We bring you the best that you deserve and the best that you need. Keep watching the Real Life Show. Stay safe, and God bless you. Peace.
Mask up. Fellow countrymen and women, this is the former Republican President Rupia Bwana. Analume ngayo ngayo zivwa karano tanana pano nanalume. You are watching the Real Life Show with Jonathan Tambana Mambala. We live today, boy. Yes. People of Zambia, you're watching the Real Life Show with Jonathan
This is one of the works that government have done to give space to youth. They're making money. Hey, Shisink, to Puerto Rico.